So today we're going to take a look at reviewing cosine law for an unknown side length. And again, when we're doing cosine law for an unknown side length, one of the things that we need to always do is make sure that the triangles are properly labeled. So again, when we're labeling triangles, again, the three angles are all with a capital letter, and in this particular situation, we've got angle A, angle B, and angle C. And the key thing is that across from the angle is the same letter but lowercase, and we call the side length same letter. So across from angle A, so there's our angle A. So that means that this 20 unit side length is called side A. This here is angle B, and across from angle B is our 16 unit side length, and across from angle B, that question mark that we're being asked to solve, that happens to be side length B. Okay. So in this case, we want to figure out, well, which can we use cosine law first and foremost? And in order to determine whether we can use cosine law, we have to see if we have the scissor pattern. So the side length that I'm looking for is across from the angle, and I have the two requisite side lengths to go with it. So I actually do have my scissor pattern. So therefore, I can use the cosine law in order to solve for this particular problem. And because this particular problem is asking me to solve for side length B, I'm going to use the equation to solve for side length B. So the general equation is going to be B squared is equal to A squared plus C squared minus 2 times A times C times the cos of angle B. Okay? So one thing to be aware of is that this back end, this part right here on the far right hand side, all of those numbers are being multiplied, and cos B just represents a decimal number. Okay. So now what I want to do is I'm going to substitute in my values that I actually know. So in this case, I've got B squared is equal to side A squared, and side A is 20, plus C squared, and C is 16, so I'm going to square that, minus 2 times 20 times 16 times cos of angle B, and angle B is 52 degrees. So then I'm going to go through and I'm going to simplify what I've got. So 20 squared is 400 plus 16 squared, which is 256. And if I do 2 times 20 times 16 times the cos of angle B, I get approximately 394. Okay, so that means then that B squared is going to equal 262. The opposite operation of B squared is simply B, and so I need to square root both of those sides. So I'm going to end up with B is equal to the square root of 262. Okay, because in order to get rid of the square, you've got to square root both sides. And that means, therefore, that side length B is approximately 16.2 units long.